Julian Porter and I'm the curator of Bexhill Museum. Piers generally were built to attract more people to seaside resorts. They have a huge range of functions. Piers often would have theatres, there would be shows, bands, concert parties were particularly popular at the time. Early on you would have to have been very, very wealthy to actually have any time off. The working class would be working all the time. There really wasn't any opportunity to get away from it. By, I think it's 1871, they decide to invent bank holidays. So for the first time, ordinary working people could actually have a day off. What was the attire? What were people wearing? Well, if you had the money, you'd wear your very best clothes because you want to show off. You'd want to show how much money you had, so you'd be wearing your sort of Sunday best type clothing. The difference really between the Victorian seaside visitor and today is, of course, they'd be wearing a lot more clothing. The concept of a suntan as a good thing doesn't come in until the 1920s. So prior to that, exposure to ultraviolet, getting your skin tanned was a sign of being really a labourer. It was only the people working hard outside on the fields you would get a tan doing that. So to show that you were refined, you certainly didn't want that. So you'd want a hat, you'd want a parasol if you're a lady, and you'd want to stay fully dressed, which is why there's lots of lovely photographs showing the Victorians lounging around in essentially a three-piece suit on the seafront to make sure they didn't absorb too many rays. How could they afford it? Oh goodness, I guess it would be like going abroad. It would be that sort of level of expenditure. You'd be saving up throughout most of the year in order to have a day away. So you'd be saving up a bit of spending money, a bit of beer money, money to see some shows. So it would have been quite expensive, but still affordable. One of the things that actually makes it possible to have a seaside holiday is, of course, the Victorian invention of railways. So the line here, I think, is about 1846. If there wasn't the railway line, it would have been impossible for most people from the cities to actually get away and actually get to the seaside. It would have just taken too long. You had a day off, you weren't going to get there in a day without a train. And it was quite a big investment, but they worked very hard all year. They really wanted to let their hair down a bit and have a break.